Oh, hey team, it's me, Tara Francisco, with one of our first Tough Love, Easy Love episodes that happens to be remote. Tough Love, Easy Love, with me, Tara Francisco, and friends. Today, we're talking to Katie K, a stand-up comedian based in Los Angeles, California, but originally from the South. And she's going to give tough love, easy love advice with us today. What's on your mind? Who knows? I mean, this is a new podcast. I've been so excited to run this podcast for a little while. In fact, I was approached by many of my followers on Instagram and TikTok that asked me for a podcast where I would be like sort of this big sister to the internet that wanted some advice type questions. So if you want to be on the show or have your question considered on the show, you can go ahead and submit that right now. Here's 2 ways to do that. Option 1, you can go to Instagram and submit or DM a question to Tough Love, Easy Love right away. Let's say you don't want to call a phone line. You just want to make sure that your advice type question is considered. Well, that's the way to do it. Tough Love, Easy Love right on Instagram. The DM section will come straight to our team and hopefully get you in the queue of an advice type question coming to me and a pal. Option 2, you can call it in, champ. If you want to call it in, we'd be happy to have you submit a question through the phone line. The phone line is 614-929-5545. Again, that's 614-929-5545. You can also text that line at 614-929-5545. If you're real shy, you can just text it. Just relax. You can just text it. Now that we've covered all the business, though, thank you for subscribing. In fact, if you're new to this whole thing and you're like, what the hell am I doing? How do I listen to this thing? I'm not usually one for podcasts, whatever. You can listen on any podcast carrying service. And most of those you can subscribe by going ahead and hitting the subscribe button or the follow button and then downloading the podcast. Anything that you do that subscribes or downloads helps the podcast right away, and we'll keep being able to produce this wonderful thing. So when you're looking for things like new episodes or upcoming merch or who's going to be on the show, or maybe even requests of who you'd like to see on the show, submit all of those questions to our Tough Love, Easy Love DM or that phone line. And if you subscribe and download, we'll have a much better chance of sustaining the show and keeping it going for all of you that requested it. Yeah, I'm delighted to do it. You know, we haven't talked a lot about me. I hesitate to do it because you're already here. And if you found this podcast in the wild, I don't know how you did it. Pal. You stumbled right into a delight. But I don't know how you got here. So if you're just joining us and you're like, how did I find this Jamoke and her podcast? Welcome aboard. Tough Love, Easy Love was born because I love giving my friends lots of comfort. And I tend to be a bohemian sweetheart to people that need that kind of love and comfort and surrounding. But I also was coached and have no resistance to like tough love. It's given with good intentions. So tough love is also something that I like to embrace. And then I thought, holy cow, what if we made a show called Tough Love, Easy Love, where we give 2 versions of a kind of advice. Then we either find out if one of them distinctly wins or if there's a blur of the 2 that we should result in for each episode. So when you submit those questions, that's what you'll get. Tough love and easy love, and maybe a winner from our team that's talking about it. Now, I do comedy for a living. I'm a professional improviser. That means I get on stage without a script most of the time, and I do improvisational shows professionally. I've done that since the late 1900s. Improvisation and sketch comedy and musical improv and stand-up even all over the place. But I also am known by many of you as a person on a porch who likes to sling a couple one-liners at people to make them feel better about their day. So if you follow me from Instagram or TikTok, thank you for being here. If you happen to know me from live stage shows, thank you for being here. And if you're just a person that, like I said, fell into a pit of podcasts and you were like, what's this one? Thanks for being here. We're going to make a lot of episodes this season and kind of launch the pod so you know what it's all about. And once that thing has been launched, then we'll see what is down the road for this pod as we keep going. But I'll tell you what, this is a delightful thing that I've gotten to do with some friends so far. And as I'm baking episodes with wonderful people that you get to know, or maybe you already know, this is just a joy for me. And doing live stage shows with ensembles is really fun. Doing stand-up can be kind of lonely for many of you that haven't experienced that. It can be sort of a strange road to be out there on the road by yourself. And luckily, I get to tour often improvisational shows with a partner or ensemble where a lot of us get to be together. But this show has that same energy of friends in a room. They get to chit chat about a thing. And that's my favorite kind of podcast to listen to. So if you need a little bit of safe surrounding right now and a little bit of laughs, I hope this podcast will give it to you. And thanks for subscribing. I'm glad to be here. Let's go. Well, who's on the pod today? So we're going for episode 2. As I've been banking these episodes with lots of friends that I already know, I got to meet someone new today. To me, Katie K. And I thought it'd be great to have her on because this coming September, we have the Columbus Comedy Festival where I'm typically stationed, coming to town here in Columbus, Ohio. So if you've never been to the Columbus Comedy Festival, it's their second year of running this kind of giant festival that brings often a lot of stand-up comedians to town, all in one 3 or 4 day pocket. But since we're an improvisational house, the Nest Theater that's known here is the Nest Theater and Comedy Arts Center that hosts 3 stages in one classroom and a podcast studio and all kinds of other things. We often host improvisational shows. So Katie K is going to be at one of our 6 shows for the weekend, doing stand-up, opening up for a very popular show called Anonymous, The Secret Show, which is an improvisational show. So we'll see you there. If you're coming, Columbus Comedy Festival at the Nest Theater is where a lot of this stuff will be housed from our end of things. If you aren't familiar with Katie K, check her out at Katie K Comedy on socials. She just filmed a special and you can find a lot of that stuff online. But since we'd never talked before, we just talked casually about her own life and what she does in comedy and how it feels to be a touring comedian doing stand-up in these wild times. And then we stepped into the question of the day, which was submitted by a user through our Tough Love, Easy Love Instagram. So let's get into it. Yeah, it's time to go for it. Welcome, Katie K. Katie K!
Hello. Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on. I'm Tara. We haven't met in real life.
I know. Hi. Nice to meet you.
I'm so glad you're here. You're in the Columbus Comedy Festival coming up in real time, September 4th through the 7th, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, but you're not from Columbus, Ohio. Tell me about yourself. It's nice to meet you. Nice
to meet you too. Yeah, I'm from Arkansas and I moved to LA 13 years ago. So I've been out here for a minute. And yeah, I'm really excited. I've been to Columbus once just for other shows before last year. So I know that I love the people there. And I'm excited to I'm headlining the Vicious Vixens show.
Oh, great.
At the Comedy Attic.
Great.
And on the 4th, and then I'm on 2 shows in a row on the 5th. So I'm so excited.
I'll tell you what, stand-up is such a funny, I do mostly improvisation and sketch comedy, but here and there stand-up. And I feel like the world of stand-up comedy to me is such a blitz of just being like, I got to run across town because I have another gig. It's like constantly that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's absolutely chaotic. It's here, there, everywhere. One day I'm in like Wichita. The next day I'm in Oregon. Like it's constant.
All the hot hits. Hits. Where have you been recently that you've like really loved?
I did 3 nights in Oregon. I was in Cave Springs and Grants Pass. And it was just like, they're kind of smaller towns and the shows were packed. There was great energy. I got to visit Crater Lake during the day.
I love it. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was great. It was exhilarating. I was like, okay, Oregon, here we go.
Yeah, Oregon really shows up. Like it doesn't mess around at all. And there are a few times touring and doing things for sketch comedy and improv. And every time I go, you're dunked in like an enchanted forest at every step, it feels like, or.
Yeah. It feels like the movie Twilight for sure.
All the positives and no vampires? ? Who knows?
Right.
There might be werewolves, but also there's dispensaries and a lot of green. Yeah. My partner is from Oregon or lived there for a long time. And I always wonder why he left. I'm like, why did you move? It's like being in a magical fairy state or something.
Yeah, it's picturesque. It's like a postcard.
Big time.
Like, is this real or is this like an illusion?
This must be a facade. It's got to be a mirage. Hey, so you grew up in Arkansas? You were born somewhere else and then you moved to Arkansas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was born in Memphis, and then I moved to Seattle, and then I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. But I spent the majority of my life before now in Arkansas, 12 years. So when people ask me, I just say I'm from Arkansas because
It's easier.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
have the same kind of thing happening because I lived in Chicago for 17 years, but I'm in Cbus, Ohio, as you know it. And I feel like a lot of people are always like, where are you from? And I'm just sort of both.
Yeah.
I don't know at this point because people know me from one or the other. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, I get it. And is there anything about comedy that you're like absolutely loving right now that you want to share with some viewers or listeners? What's really making you stick with the art of stand-up? What makes you delighted?
Yeah, I've been loving touring to smaller cities. It's been really cool because I think sometimes in LA, we got caught in the trap of like, there's a ton of industry and they can see celebrities any night of the week. So some of the audiences get spoiled by seeing their favorite comedians from Netflix on a stage on a Tuesday.
Yes.
And so it's been really cool to just go to smaller cities and kind of tour around and meet people that just want to have a good time and they don't need me to be a Netflix headliner to enjoy the show.
Yes.
So I think that that's just been really refreshing.
Everywhere I got to go that I would have never necessarily found or booked myself has been my favorites. Living in like a large comedy city for a long time. People know that they're going to see like the best of the best at any given time.
Yeah.
So when you go to a small city, the appreciation is so high for people. They're just stoked to be out and stoked to like rally to all go have this like kind of town date night together. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's cute. I think social media can make us feel super divided. But when you go to like these smaller towns and you're all laughing at the same thing, it doesn't feel so bad.
No. And the more of that we can have in the world is the better. I mean, we always feel that it's so important to have community. Comedy creates community and it also makes people not alone, right? Like feeling not alone right now is imperative to everyone feeling, I don't know, any positive feelings currently in 2025. Totally. So it feels really important to gather for live shows. I don't know how you've been seeing things around with comedy in LA. I had some worry after the pandemic that like comedy shows wouldn't feel as packed or palpable in energy, or that people would want to stream them instead of like show up for them. We haven't really seen that as much as I thought. Like a lot of people are still coming because they want to hang out with each other and be in the same room and feel something together.
Yeah, it's been totally fine. Yeah,
that's great.
Been really full shows. So that part has been good.
How long have you been touring? Or how long have you been doing stand-up in general?
I'm 9 years in stand-up wise. I also did like improv and stuff before that as well. And then, I just on and off, I do colleges and corporates. So usually I'll book a college gig and then try to book clubs and smaller rooms around that.
Brilliant.
So I just kind of cobbled together my own tour intermittently, honestly. Like
that's the way that you're
continuously.
Yeah, this is so no spoilers, everybody, but the question that you got today for this pod is going to maybe you're going to be the right person to answer these questions, I think.
Yay.
So that's exciting. But good job booking your own stuff. I feel like that's the biggest challenge when you start is for anyone that's listening that doesn't do what we do or doesn't do comedy things or acting things, the challenge of this industry seems to be that like you need an agent to get jobs. And then when you are able to get jobs, you actually don't need your agent. And that's when they come to find you. Like agents and managers are very excited to represent people once they have some spin on the ball. Yeah. So it's like this strange kind of balance of how do I get someone to believe in me unless it's me believing in me first or creating opportunities for myself. So smart that if you're booking things already, you have that professional world supporting you, but also reaching out and being like, I think I should probably do my own stuff too, or like find more gigs or whatever it might be.
Yeah, definitely.
That's cool. You have a favorite college? No, I mean, not that they're all not great, but
they're all great.
They're all great. I love everything.
But my favorite one that I ever did was Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff. they're so cool. And they had like 600 kids packed into a theater. It was incredible. It was like the whole town. And it was really, really fun. But then the next day I did like Eastern Illinois University, and it was 4 kids in a cafeteria texting while they ate lunch.
Always. That's, I was just watching Crashing, the show with Holmes. It's not. Like, if anyone doesn't do this work, I think there's a lot of glory given to what it's like to tour or to do comedy work. And it can be wonderful and exhilarating to meet people on the road, but it also is like these strange shows in cafeterias where 4 people show up, or like they're eating they're eating their like dormitory food and kind of checking in with whatever you're doing. The second I have a great show, the next one is very humbling. Oh, you gotta keep it humble. You gotta keep it humble. Stay humble. There's some Bob Hope quote that's like, "You're only as good as your last show or next show." It's one of the
totally.
Two.
Yeah. Like that. That's accurate. That's accurate.
Do you have a favorite like subject that you've been writing about lately that's been delighting you? Anything that's on your mind that you tour? Oh,
I mean, all of my materials just like basically inspired by real things that have happened to me in my life. I'm very self-deprecating. It's just like animated stories from my life, basically. It's funny because I did a dry bar taping, which is notoriously very clean. Mm-hmm. And then I did a LMAOF taping for OnlyFans, which is notoriously not clean.
Not clean.
So, I get a girl that can do both. We do our best.
Right. Good for you. Good for you. You got to keep versatile. You did it right.
Yeah.
Right. And you are at obviously the Attic in Columbus Comedy Festival. You're at the Nest for a show with Anonymous on one of those nights as well. You're running around town, probably hitting some other gigs. Do you have any other cities you want to tell people about that are in 2025 that you know off the top of your head?
I'm in the Sacramento. Okay. So I'm in San Diego headlining Madhouse Comedy on October 2nd, and then Comedy Heights on the 3rd and 4th. And then I'm in the Sacramento area at the Throckmorton Theater on October 14th. Awesome. And then Lake Wildwood and the Prospector October 18th and 19th.
Let me tell you something. All these names that you're sharing sound like cool camps. Yeah, it's like very, very delightful names.
So true.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm on some quest, like a side quest.
Yes, you're on a side quest to be like, I've collected the Gold Rush token at, wherever it might be.
Totally.
That's great. Cool. So let me tell you about this show that you're on and what we're doing today. It's a new podcast that's being hosted by the Nest Roost Network. And what happens is you're going to get a question submitted by a caller or a fan that's been following the pod. They write in a question and then we give them 2 versions of advice. The 2 versions being, I like to think of myself as like a bohemian sweetheart that likes to make people feel surrounded and happy and held. But I also have like this little sporty, rub some dirt on it kind of person that lives inside of me too.
Yeah.
Tough love as well to friends that ask for advice. So we're going to give 2 versions of advice. We're going to talk through easy love first. We're going to talk tough love second, and then we'll declare a winner of what they should do. Does that make sense?
Love it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So our question of the day, I'm going to put it up on the screen so you can see it. And it's submitted by, this one is submitted by M. Benjafield from the Instagram users. And this is going to be, sure. We know M. Benjafield. Yeah, welcome aboard. Mm-hmm. The question of the day is, how do I fight imposter syndrome? Which is really aligned with what KDK was talking about already. We'll kind of go through this, everyone listening, a universal issue, I think. So thank you, M. Benjamin, for submitting this question. The question again is, how do I fight imposter syndrome? We'll go easy love first, Katie. What are your thoughts about this question if you were giving a friend soft, tender advice?
Yeah, I actually was talking to a friend about this recently, for getting a showcase or an audition or a callback and not feeling like you stack up to the other people or you're good enough, which is, I think, the definition of imposter syndrome. But I was just saying it's the fake it till you make it mentality. It's the smile when you're not feeling happy and then it'll start to work, or laugh when you're not happy and you'll actually then maybe start laughing for real. So it's the fake it till you make it. It's literally a Taylor Swift lyric.
Thank you.
It's from the song "I Can Do It with a Broken Heart." Fake it till you make it, and I did. So
yeah. Shout out to Taylor.
Shout out to Taylor. She's
Taylor's version
internet
is the kind, sweet one. Yes.
Exactly. So yeah, I think it's just pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, doing it anyways, and you'll believe it eventually. Take the first couple steps and it'll go well.
I agree. I feel like imposter syndrome is a universal problem. And it's also like every human thinks that everybody else has it all figured out, and no one does. They're just sort of faking it better than one another. I think that's what it comes down to. And believing in yourself is the hardest thing to do, to step into something, but that stepping in is easily the hardest part of it. It's like sustaining something once you've decided to try it isn't that tough. It's just the minutia of keeping it going, or that's the challenge, I guess. But it's not am I good enough anymore once you've decided I am going to do this. I feel like I see this a lot with comedy people and people that are artists in general, like they're potters or they're painters or whatever it might be, of I don't know if I should call myself a painter. And it's well, do you paint? Do you, right? When does the verb become a noun is probably the biggest question.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I always think about. And I do think there's some kind of maybe regimen to it. In fact, on this, maybe it's tough love time. What would you say if you had to give the tough love version of this answer? How do I fight imposter syndrome? Tough love, starting now with Katie K.
You don't think you're good enough? That's ridiculous.
Look at her.
Yeah.
No, look at how much she's in it. She got in your face. This is real.
You don't wake up ready to kill the day, ready to slay the day. I don't know. I would be walk it off, take a walk, come back, let me know you're good enough. Stop doubting yourself.
This feels good. It feels like you had a clipboard all of a sudden and you were slamming against the listen up.
Hey.
It does feel like this is an interesting one for me, because sometimes these are way more straightforward in the way that it's should I break up with them or something like that? And it's
right. It's dump him, get rid of him.
Get rid of that guy. Hit the bricks, but it's not really like that. It feels like this one has us. It's almost like the lens with which we're telling it to them. It's the same advice, which is you're good enough to try it. I guess my tough love version is, when does your practice become a profession? Or when does your thing that you want to do become claimable? And I think that the tough love here is sustain it, keep doing it, make sure that you're working at it or playing at it enough that it's not just a thing that you're saying you do when you don't do it at all. That's the challenge, is keeping it up.
That made me think of, if you don't think you're good enough, no one else is going to.
Definitely not. Definitely not. And that's really true. The fake it till you make it stuff that we're talking about is real. And it's so hard for people, anyone that's probably not cis, white, able, if you're femme-bodied, it's hard. Things like that are really tough to be can you step into this thing and believe that you're allowed to be there? It's hard for everyone, and plus harder for some. And just kind of talking to yourself in the mirror and being I do deserve to try this. You only get one life. You only get to be what you want to be once. So you might as well try it, I guess, is sort of the challenge of just making sure that you do it. I mean, there's only one life to be lived, we think.
Yeah. Sell me on it.
Sell me on it. Sell me on who you are and show me that you can do it. And that's what we say. So I think if we had to pick a winner today, Katie, of tough love or easy love, although I did really like how sweet you were in the easy love portion. I mean, it was very nice. It felt very sweet to me. I think it might be a blend today. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's the yin and the yang. We have to have both. So. Tough love, easy love.
See, this is why it's called that, everybody. We will have winners sometimes. If I had to lean one, I think I'd probably give people some soft encouragement and go more easy on this one. But I think it's all kind of in the way it's been said on this one, which is get out there, do the thing, keep doing the thing. That's my tough love advice. And the soft love from Katie and I is believe in yourself first so you can keep doing cool stuff that isn't necessarily like the easiest to step into.
Yeah.
Okay. We solved it.
We did it.
We did it. Yeah, we solved it. We did it. Great. So, Katie, you already told us the places you have coming up. We're excited to have you at the Columbus Comedy Festival, and especially at the Nest. I'm a co-founder of the Nest, so please let me know anything you need that night, and I can't wait to see you.
Yay, I'm so excited. I'll meet you in person. It'll be great.
Real life, baby. And we'll shout you out on socials and all that stuff, too. And thank you for being here today and being a wonderful guest.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. Thanks a lot. You're listening to a podcast on the Roost Nest Podcasting Network, executive produced by the Nest Theater and Comedy Arts Center. Co-founded and funded by Rance Rizzuto and Terry DeFrancisco. Season 1 edited by Adam Ocias. For more information on the Nest Theater, go to nesttheater.com. Roost Nest Podcasting.